G'day. We're going to continue on with our walkthrough now. We're going to head up to an Orlando and have a little check out up there. So, the first thing you want to do, we're going to run back up here. We're going to go past a few of those enemies. That's okay. We'll survive that. If you want, you can jump across up here and kill that giant. We're not going to bother. There he is over there. You can run across and jump and go and kill him and get yourself a nice Titanite chunk, but we're not going to lose too much sleep over that because there'll be lots of Titanite chunk farming to be had in our future. First things first, come over here and unlock this. That's the key we grabbed from down the bottom. Now if you unlock this and head in and then get out straight away, because you don't want to go all the way down there. It stops on that main first bridge that when you first come into Sen's Fortress. Now on that bridge, right next to where you are, of course, is the Lizard Man. So you'd be immediately fighting a lizard dude and he wants to knock you off, and that can be a bit of a mongrel. So you don't want that. What we're going to do instead, say goodbye to him. Pick up a Titanite shard, which is going to be very helpful. And now we're going to come over here and touch this. And we're going to get ourselves a lift from a bunch of winged bastards. Nasty little winged bastards. There they are. Look at them. Little bats. Oh, flying foxes. Hello, little fella. Come on now. There you go, cockies. A few of the cockies flying around the place. Perfectly normal, nothing to worry about. And they're trained as well. Look at them. They're going to give you a lift. Pick you up and hoik you back all the way to Analondo. And there it is. Tell you what, Analondo feels like some sort of anagram of New London or something like that. And it certainly looks castle-y, doesn't it? Not really the outback anymore. Now, although we're nowhere near an actual... Oh, hello. Although we're nowhere near a bonfire, we can't actually walk between bonfires yet. We're going to be able to. Oh, look at his little feelers. If you want to go back to Sen's Fortress, you just walk back up here and click the talk button and he'll carry you back. At the moment, we are going to be strolling past a lot of the bad guys in this area. It's almost a dead cert that we're going to get invaded. So before we get invaded, we're going to grab the bonfire. Otherwise, we wind up at the Sen's Fortress bonfire. So run past him. Don't worry about the two follow me lads down there. There's a couple of follow me lads. There's also quite a helpful couple of shields there. Don't worry about them. Come along round here, round to your left, downstairs. And grab the bonfire. Now I'm going to kindle this one up. Let's have a look. Because we want as many... We haven't got a lot of health. We're going to want some. So I think we want 20 health here. And come and say hello to the firekeeper. This is a firekeeper.
Well, you are a rare visitor.
I sure am.
Welcome to the lost city of Anorlando, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder.
That sounds great.
If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you.
Oh, that sounds pretty good. You can reinforce your Estus flask there if you want. You don't have to, of course. What we're going to do is hop offline because we don't want to... This is a tricky little area. We don't want to be stuffing around with invasions, or we don't need any summons or anything like that. We don't want... There's no interesting summons to have. So, unless you particularly want to come here for Jolly Cooperation, which is in itself completely fine, I would hop offline. Now, we've only got 87 of those excellent poison arrows. We're going to need tons more because there's those guys, etc. All of whom are going to be helpfully killed by poison arrows. But come to the circle, stand on the circle, down you go. Once you've activated this, it'll flick up and down whenever you're here. Don't jump before it stops because you can actually fall and take serious fall damage or land on one of those spikes and be just very dead. Now when we come out here, we're going to meet, there he is, a really annoying gargoyle. Take him out. Bit of shield work. One more. There he is, a little fella. And we picked up the gargoyle helmet, which is a nice little helmet. We're going to have a look at some of these things. Lovely physical defences. But we want the stamina rebuild from having a little bubba. Now if you come over here, you realise, hello, someone's knocked the stairs out. Bugger. But look at that. It's a lazy Susan. Come up here and we're going to turn on the lazy Susan. Now this is where it just gets annoying and fiddly. Okay, so keep cool, do it slowly. If you just randomly die because of stupid camera movement things, it's okay. Round here to the left, there's a chest. We're going to grab ourselves some demon titanite. Or dragon, I'm not sure which one. It's one of those. Oh yeah, demon titanite, there we go. Keep going. Tickety boo, round to your left. That's the ticket. Through here, but don't die. Going up there takes you just back up the top again. And what you want to do is balance on this one. Walk slowly because as you go through these things, you'll notice there, the camera changes. And if you were running, it'll actually run you straight off the side. Our goal is to get up to the end and land here. When we walk inside this thing, we're going to get whacked by one of those lads. Now, this is a new type of enemy. Oh, bugger, we're not one-shotting them. We're two-shotting them, though. Uh-oh. Okay, well, that was a lot harder than it had to be. Ow. Okay, now that we've done that, up you come. And we're going to be poisoning people from a distance if we're lucky. First thing you're going to do, though, is get that guy to come on down. I always come back down here and make him come down here and fight me because I hate standing on those freaking ledges. And there he is. He's going to try and stand up there and just fling little knives at you like a bugger. Come on, get down here. And if you make him miss, the AI is pretty good. He'll come over here. There we are. And he'll actually usually use the stairs. There he is. He's a sensible little bugger. Oh, that was quick. Oh, that was quick. Got him. Now, they can drop lots of fun stuff. They can drop their funky little swords. And they can drop their knives. So what you want to do here, I would use a normal arrow just until it actually is connecting. Okay, so clearly I have to go a bit higher and to the left. Let's go over here and try it. Let's try there. Oh, alright. Let's try there. Let's try a bit higher. What we want to do is have it just connect. And if it connects with the guy, That one has. Change to your poison and send a couple of poison ones. Now, do we need 3? We might need 3. There's 3. Okay. It's not connecting. Why isn't it connecting? What are you doing, you mongrel? What is going on? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Alright. Let's get back over here and see if we can get this guy with the same kind of effort. Alright, we'll try that. 1. No. 1. Make it. Do that. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So you can see that I've already poisoned them both. And the thing about poison now is stay here. Because if you try and walk down these little fiddly things, I reckon you're going to fall to your certain death. If you fall off this, you die. You go all the way back down there and you have to start again. Also, if you were online, this is exactly where people are going to invade you, because all they have to do is use force or something to push you off and you die. So they'll do that. It's not a very honourable community in Dark Souls. A lot of people using twink builds, which is where they've gone and just given themselves armour and weapons from the end of the game and using them in the beginning of the game. A lot of people doing invasions rarely do it honourably. They'll actually just, you know, pick some spot where it's particularly challenging and push you off a cliff. So it's not like they're going to, you know, in my experience, it's just not worth it. The community in Dark Souls 3 is a lot better, a lot faster, and you're more likely to get some decent kind of invasions. Here, everyone's just trying to do endless backstabs and things of this nature. So if you're looking for good fights, do it when you want. Choose your time, do some invading rather than letting yourself get invaded, because getting invaded, you're probably going to get invaded by people who are just looking to, you know, just to troll you. Okay, now both of those guys are dead. There are no more enemies in this area, so we're going to walk across and be careful. You go easy now, okay? Take it easy. Straight across. Down the middle. Take it easy. Some posh person's house. We're up the top. Try not to fall off. Be careful of camera movements. Cameras in this game are not the best. They do shift. Hit this. And you'll see we've dropped that down. We'll grab that later on. Come over here. And we're going to go down here. We're going to go left. This is, I think, one of the worst bits of the game. Going to go right. And left again. And straight. Now you can go faster if you really want to, but I'm not going to go faster because I don't really want to. And then we're going to come in here. Come down here. And we're going to go straight out. Now there are some little, you can gather a few things by popping down there, but I'm not going to risk dying, because dying here is annoying. It means I have to go and do that whole thing again. It's hard enough because here we're at the top of the Lazy Susan. Now when we push the Lazy Susan, we're going to release a little mongrel. So pushing it clockwise, and you can see it's now turned it on to connect the top to the bottom. That's really good. What we want to do is push it further anti-clockwise like that. And the reason is simple. We got ourselves another gargoyle here. Oh, there he goes. If we come down here, you can actually get him to follow you. But before he does, we're going to come down the bottom. And we're going to grab this bonfire through here. Done. And we're going to sit at it because we want to make sure we're coming back to this spot. Alright, come over here and grab this before we go and fight the gargoyle. Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. If you're looking to do some of that lightning bolt flinging, that's the ring for you. Okie doke. Now back up. We should still have that pointy-headed bastard flying around up there somewhere. There he is. I can hear him. Come on down, little fella. Come on, little fella. Where are you? Here you are, you little tiger. Come on. That's a boy. Where are you? Oh, he's gone down there. You can just do a plunging attack on him. You can see that we're doing quite a bit of damage. Oh, ow. Oh, hey, hey, little tiger. Oh, hang on. Don't try and hit me with your bloody tail. Oh, what? This is fun. Gotcha! There you go. And we picked up the gargoyle shield, which is not particularly useful, but we got it anyway. Here we go. So now that you've taken out that little tigerini, you want to come up here. And we're going to head back up. That area there, that's the DLC. We'll do that a little later on. We're not doing it right now. We're going to go through the last annoying bit where you really do need your poison arrows to get through it. There's quite a few annoying little mongrels up here that we've got to cope with. You might recognise this area from Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3. First thing we're going to do, we're going to be poisoning two giants. They're very easy to poison. You just shoot this one in his arm. Three ought to do it. That's the way. And you can shoot him in the chest. Okay, and now that you've done that bit of poisoning, you can come over here and try and shoot him off. And if you shoot him twice, he'll probably fall off. You can shoot him. And he'll come down and fight you. So you can see the poison in this game is slow but lasts forever. It's a nice way to get rid of unwanted enemies. He has a really good attack. It's a lightning spear thing. It's nice. It's something you probably wouldn't mind having yourself. You know, long winter evenings. Why can't I turn it on? That's the ticket. Come out here, you mongrel. Dead. So he's gone, and now there's going to be another one tucked around the corner there. We can't really get him, otherwise I would. So we're just waiting for these two guys to fill it, and while we're waiting for that, I'll give you a little fill-in on what we're going to be doing. So, yeah, fair sucker the Sav, come down here. Up there, in there, is where the boss is, and you probably recognise this from Dark Souls 3 if you've had a play of that. Over to the right, more of these unnecessarily large buildings, probably a council maybe. It looks like a cop shop or a council or something. So, over there, we're going to slide down there, and up the top we've got a bunch of black knights, silver knights, with really cool bows who are total mongrels and will knock you off. And you can't, it's really hard to get them melee because they've got unlimited poise. You can't knock them off. If they hit you, you just fall off the entire building and drop dead. So that's why you need the poison arrows. You have to get through this bit across there and up there to be able to get to the meat of this building. We're going to fanny around inside for a lot, kill a couple of serious bosses, and come down to a blacksmith who lives just through that gate over there. So we can't get to him at the moment, but we will get to him soon. Don't worry about that one. There's a gate that hasn't been opened yet. and he's about to get to a closed gate and get all arky about it. We can't get that shiny until we've killed the couple of bosses. And you think poisoning these guys was annoying and slow? Wait till you see poisoning the Black Knights. However, slow and steady wins the race. So come round here. First thing you need to know is there is another one of those mongrels. He's down there. You can't shoot him because it ends up doing that. See, you can't do anything. You can't shoot him from here. So what we do is we aggro him. Oh, come on now. And if he jumps, and this is the very, very, very strange thing, they die. I don't understand it either. But if they jump, they die. Now, down here, you can see you got a couple of little furries hiding. Shoot them that way, and they'll come out. And if you shoot one of them to say, come and have a go, unfortunately for them, but fortunately for us, they literally... So that one's poisoned. They don't go up the stairs. So they're not actually that good, are they? I mean, they can't fly. Well, I mean, they fly professionally, but of course they don't fly for us. I mean, there's not a lot stopping them. And he just fell off to his death. You see what I'm saying? Now be careful, because there are a couple of Black Knights guarding the turrets up there. I have had them, I don't know how because I can't see them at all, but I have had them shoot their longbows and hit me here. So just be careful, play it safe, you won't have a problem. You can see we're letting him die, and while we let him die, let's come down here and have a look at stuff. This is where we are. That's where we came in. We flew in up there, we walked across through there and across to that middle one, which is where we met the Firekeeper. Come down here, we fannied up around in that stupid church thing over there, popped out the side, turned on the swivel page, the Lazy Susan. We've run across here and up here. Now, over here, this building here, which I still think does look a little bit like the Houses of Parliament in Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The Majesty, bless her. Nah, not bless her. She's an idiot and a leech. But it looks a little kind of British, sort of pointy towers and things that, you know, very much kind of, you know, king's castles sort of thing. So these things are very slowly dying of old age and poison. When you get down there, don't run. For some weird glitch reason, if you touch the sides of that, I've had situations where I've suddenly just lost a ton of health, like a quarter of my health bar. Nothing is attacking you there. There ain't nothing to go and hurt you. It's just a glitch in the matrix, mate, that you don't need to worry too much about. So, as that is slowly ticking down, we're going to go through there and go to the right-hand side and press up against the wall. Right, we can start and make our way. Hold your shield up. Just in case. Just in case. Okay, nothing happened, that's great, but just in case, come all the way to the back here, and if you get to here, you're safe. Now, same as before, use your normal arrows to size up your arrow. He can shoot, he runs out of range just before us. Now, what have I got? I've got the right distance, I just got to get a bit further over, is that it? Got him, alright. So, we send a couple of these up there, and we'll see if that works. And indeed it has. Alright, back to normal. Let's get this mongrel. No, need to go higher and a bit over, I think. Let's try that. Not quite. How about there? That's it. 2 of those, and I'm getting him in the foot. Ah, your Achilles heel. Right on there. Oh, a little bit higher. Now, this should be actually poisoning him. I don't know what's going on. There we go. All right. So we poisoned them both. And now it's just a matter of sitting here and waiting. So what I think you might want to do is either fast forward the YouTube video, or let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing in the build I've got planned. So when we go through here and take out those guys, it's a careful bit of crenellation walking. That's the little filigree bits at the top of any of your average buildings. Round there and down and drop down, and we're inside that building. Once we're in there, there's a bonfire. Now again, this is, you can see that you would have to walk up that, round that, and then you're clinging to the side of a building like Spider-Man. Now if you're doing that, it's really easy for those guys to knock you off with a bow and arrow, or worse still, for an invader to pop along and just push you off, which is of course what invaders do. That's part of the fun. Once we get over there, we'll pop down there, pick up a soul and head inside. My goal is to be using this thing. It weighs 22, which of course means an awful lot more endurance for me, and then a whole bunch more strength. So if you look at this, I only need 32 strength to wield it one-handed, but this thing, I need 46 strength to wield it one-handed. It'll be some time before I've got that. One of the great things, however, about this little axe is that you can upgrade it and make it, if you upgrade it to plus 10, now it's only plus 3 at the moment, you can see it's plus 3, and it's only doing 271 damage, but once I upgrade to plus 10, I can make it a lightning great axe with the blacksmith we're going to meet over there. Now once it's a lightning great axe, and you get it up to plus 5 lightning, it'll do 700 damage. Now half that damage is lightning damage of course, but still pretty bloody good. So it's perfect for whacking bosses, because most players have got some pretty good lightning defense, but bosses don't. So it's perfect for that. You can see that first one's already died, and we've nearly ticked down the second one. Now they've got these giant bows. Unfortunately, again, I think that weapon weight, etc., in this game is broken. So if you want to use a great bow, you're pretty much naked, or you know, you've got on just some very light armor with no poise whatsoever. Dead. All right, they're both gone now. Come along here, and we're walking straight up. I'm not going to run with any of this, because if you run and your finger twitches, you're going to do a jump, and if you do a jump, you're going to die. So just carefully does it around the corner. Round the corner, and you can see over there's our shiny up the top. Even though you think you could probably run there, I'm not going to, because the camera might change and then you're running in the wrong direction. So walk along here, mind your step, down you go, and that's worthwhile. That's absolutely worth picking up. Soul of a hero, great stuff. Up here you go easily. And now we're just going to walk around. It's a bit of a walk, just be careful, take it easy, you'll be fine. You can see what would have happened if you'd met that Black Knight up here. Roll down, and you've made it through this. There's no immediate enemy. And we're inside. We're going to come up here to the left, open up the door, and meet an old friend. Light your bonfire, sit at your bonfire just to make sure that you don't have to do any more of that stupid roof climbing, and come and say hello to your old friend.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days.
G'day, Sunbro.
Summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me.
Will do, mate.
You left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
Well, let me help you out with that. So, once you've said hi to Sunbro...
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me.
Hello, easy now.
Pretend you didn't hear that.
Come on now. Sunbro. Let's make sure we're doing some waving. And we'll take, let's have a look. Let's get some of these other ones happening. What do we got? Look skyward, that's that one. Oh, you got to be kidding me, son, bro. What's going on? All right, then. So I'll see you next time.